A murder trial that began last Monday ended just 4 days after the case was dismissed, and it turns out evidence that could have cleared the man on trial was not given to his attorneys. That's against the law.
In order to establish a Brady violation, the defendant must show that the prosecution suppressed evidence, the evidence was favorable to the accused, and the evidence was material to the defense.
I will be explaining me fighting my case out of Arizona Superior Court out of Maricopa County, in which my U.S. constitutional rights have been violated. I have had 3 trials rescheduled, violating Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution, 5th Amendment.
Clause in the 5th Amendment called double jeopardy. It is one of the oldest legal concepts that has been adopted into modern-day legal systems. The double jeopardy states that nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. This means that no person can be tried twice for the same crime. The justification for this is that if it did not exist, the government could prosecute someone multiple times, and every trial could cost the defendant time and money and cause him public embarrassment. On top of that, it can be easy for the government to get a guilty verdict if they can try again and again with a new jury. Also, without this rule, someone who had been found innocent would live in fear that at any time they could be brought back to trial.
My U.S. constitutional rights had also been violated by Brady violation, a 10th Amendment, with the prosecutor withholding a witness statement.
Of prosecutors withholding evidence or not turning the evidence over to them and or to their current counsel. And plainly put, that's a violation of one's constitutional right.
Following up on behalf of this matter, I have filed a complaint with the Arizona State Bar.
It is important to recall that the duty of prosecutors is to seek justice, not convictions. Even so, prosecutors want to win, and there are few checks or monitors on their behavior. Let's take a look at prosecutor misconduct. When prosecutors forget that their mission is to protect a due process, not merely win a case, misconduct can occur.
My due process had also been violated, with the defense attorney on behalf of my case refusing to present my defense, scheduling court dates via text, and telling me I could not speak on my behalf in court.
What is due process, and when is due process violated? Due process is a phrase that a lot of us have heard, but we don't really know what it means. And what due process is 2 things. It's notice and the right to be heard.
These are unethical violations: ineffective assistance of counsel, violation of charter, violation of Rule 8.4a, misconduct on behalf of a conviction, malicious prosecution under 42 U.S.C. 1983, initiated criminal action against accused without justification, prosecutor misconduct, fraudulent representation, neglect representation, illegal malpractice, and deprivation of rights under the color of law.
So 8.4 is a general misconduct rule. It is professional misconduct for a lawyer to violate or attempt to violate the rules of professional conduct, knowingly assist or induce another to do so, or do so through the acts of another.
This is misfeasance, wrongdoing or misconduct by a public official. Nonfeasance, failure to do what ought to be done. Misfeasance, the performance of a lawful, incompetent, abusive, and crooked action in an improper manner, which would be a violation of 18 U.S. Code 241 and 242, conspiracy against my U.S. constitutional rights.
Meaning of conspiracy: a secret agreement between 2 or more people to perform an unlawful act. Confederacy: a group of conspirators banded together to achieve some harmful or illegal purpose.
This would be a violation of Separation of Powers Act by the judicial system trying to take control of my U.S. constitutional rights. Under ARS Code 41-401.
The separation of powers is a key feature of a democratic system of government. This system divides the state into 3 branches: the legislative, executive, and judicial branch, and gives each the power to fulfill different tasks.